now, and welcome to Dan's Bar! Today we're going to be taking a trip up to the Northwoods of Wisconsin and Minnesota, and all the places where if you ask for an old fashioned, what you're going to get is not going to contain bourbon. What you're going to get is going to contain brandy. So we are making a brandy old fashioned today, and it's going to be just divine. I got my hat, I'm good to go, got my flannel on, we're ready to go. I even got a Hunter Orange shaker going on, so you know, we're ready. So let's go ahead and get at her. We're gonna go ahead and start off with a really generous 2+ ounce little portion there of our brandy. And that's gonna be the base for our cocktail. Now, this is sometimes called an old fashioned brandy sweet or something. I don't know, maybe because it's got more sugar or something. It's a little bit sweeter than your average old fashioned because obviously brandy's a bit sweeter than rye or bourbon or all whatnot. But it's also got some class to it. It's got some other flavors going on that are quite nice. So we got a generous 2 ounces of our brandy. We're gonna put in about 1 ounce of our orange juice. And again, pouring just off the top so we don't get too much of that pulp in there, even though this one doesn't make quite as much of a difference. This is not a cocktail you're gonna have if you wanna be all that fancy. This is really a cocktail if you just wanna, you know, warm up, hang out with some friends, shoot, have some fun. That's what this drink's for. So we got 1 ounce of our orange juice head. We're gonna go ahead and add 1 ounce of our freshly made simple syrup. That's right, I had a task today. Besides getting out of bed and showering, I made simple syrup. Very, very difficult recipe to make it. You know, 1 part water, 1 part sugar, put on the stove till it's, you know, dissolved and you're good to go. So, freshly made simple syrup. Refrigerate, by the way, always good to do that. So now we're gonna do a 1/2 ounce of our maraschino liqueur. You could also use maraschino cherry juice, regular cherry juice, whatever you happen to have lying around. Don't do too much of this because it can be overpowering, but any kind of cherry-ish thing you got going on, it's gonna be the next 1/2 ounce pour we're gonna throw in there. And to cap it off for the shaken, we're just gonna throw in a couple different kinds of bitters. I'm using the same kinds of bitters that I use for my regular old fashioned, which is going to be our Angostura bitters, a couple shakes of those puppers, and a little bit of our cinnamon old fashioned bitters. Again, I just like the cinnamon, so you know, do the flavors that you like and the bitters that you happen to have. It will be perfect to your liking. And that's all there is to it until we get ourselves a shake and then a nice little club soda float on top. Let's go ahead and get this puppy going and we will go and get comfy. Shaking time. We'll call that good. And you can shake this as aggressively as you want because we're doing a little soda water float on top. Don't worry about getting any ice chips in there. That's totally fine. Because we're going to dilute it a little bit more anyway. And also, you're probably not having one, so a little bit of ice chips, a little bit of water in life. Let's do you some good. To cap it off, we're going to go ahead and use our patent pending, very fancy mason jar because, you know, why not reuse, reduce, recycle, and then, you know, put some vegetables, pickle some stuff in it afterwards. Check that out. We got ourselves a good old brandy old fashioned right there. And now, just to cap it off, to make sure that you are properly hydrated, because you know, you never want to be dehydrated when you're in the Northwoods, we're going to go ahead and put a little float of seltzer right on top of that, and be merrily on our way. And there you have it, brandy old fashioned, coming to you at home, right out of the American Northwoods. Stay hydrated, stay home, stay safe, until we meet again. Cheers. Like home.